Good morning, students. Welcome to the online classes from Jumna Christian Junior High School. I Vishal Anand. Today I teach you science of chapter 6, air and water. In this lesson we read about on these points, that is component of air, that means oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, other gases. Properties of air and layer of atmosphere, water, properties of water, and again removing insoluble substance from water, removing soluble substance from water, and last removing germs from water. Now let's begin the chapter. Air and water are the basic necessities of life. Survival on earth without water, air is not possible. Rain is the main source of water on the earth that fills up the ponds, lakes, wells and rivers. If water is not available for plants, animals and human beings, they will die. These are some water activities given below. Recognize them and write the name. Okay. The next point, our next point is component of air. Air is a mixture of various gases. These gases are useful for both plants and animals. Oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide are the main gases present in the air. The percentage of these gases is oxygen 21%, nitrogen 78% and carbon dioxide and other gases 1%. 1% means out of 100. Okay. Oxygen. It is the most important gases for all living things. Both plant and animals use atmospheric oxygen in the process of respiration. We breathe in air rich in oxygen and give out air rich in carbon dioxide. The oxygen from the air breathed in is absorbed by the blood in lungs. The hemoglobin in blood carries oxygen to all the parts of body. This oxygen oxidizes the food in the body tissues and provides us energy to do work. This process produces carbon dioxide, which is carried by blood to lungs and is thrown out in the air we breathe out. Oxygen also support in burning. Burning is not possible without oxygen. Nitrogen. It is the most abundant gas in air. It neither burns nor helps in burning. Nitrogen is used in packed food as it prevent the growth of microorganisms. Though both plant and animals need nitrogen for their growth, they do not use it directly from the air. The bacteria present in soil provides nitrogen to plants. Fertilizers are a major source of nitrogen for plants. Humans get nitrogen from both plant and animal sources of food. Now carbon dioxide. We learn about carbon dioxide. A very little amount of carbon dioxide is present in the atmosphere. Plants need carbon dioxide to carry out the process of photosynthesis. On burning coal and wood, carbon dioxide is produced. It does not help in burning, so it used to put out fire. It is also used in making soft drinks. It naturally added to the atmosphere by the process of breathing out by living things. Other gases. Other than oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide, some other gases are also present in our atmosphere. Helium, neon, hydrogen, argon, krypton and ozone are some other gases present in the atmosphere. Now, properties of air. We read about properties of air. Our next topic is properties of air. Air has weight. Air occupies spaces. Air exerts pressure. And layer of atmosphere. The thick envelope of air gases that surround the earth is called its atmosphere. It can be roughly divided into 5 concentric layers which each layer having distinct characteristics. First, troposphere, second, stratosphere, third, mesosphere, fourth, thermosphere, and fifth is exosphere. Troposphere. What is the troposphere? It is the lowest layer of atmosphere. It ranges from 0 to 12 km. It contains 75% of the gaseous mass and nearly all the water vapor. It is the narrowest and the densest of all the layers. It is very important layer for human being because it is closest to the earth's surface and all weather phenomena occur in this layer. Okay, stratosphere. Second layer is stratosphere. This layer lies above the troposphere and extends from about 12 to 50 km. It is made up of 80% nitrogen and it protects us by absorbing the harmful ultraviolet radiation. This layer is also important because jet planes fly here owing the high visibility. Third layer is mesosphere. This is the third layer that extends above the stratosphere from 50 to 80 kilometers. It is the coldest layer of atmosphere and it burns up the meteors that strike the earth from outer space. Now, fourth layer is thermosphere. This is the second highest layer extending between 80 to 700 km. This zone is completely devoid of water vapor and the air pressure is extremely low here. Now, fifth and last is exosphere. The highest layer of the atmosphere extends 700 to 10,000 km and gradually merges into outer space. It mainly comprises the lighter helium and hydrogen gases, and no meteorological phenomena can occur in this zone. Most of the satellites that orbit the Earth are found here. Now, water. We read about water. What is the most abundant substance available on the surface of Earth? About 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. In nature, it is found in all the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. It is found in ocean, river, lakes, and other water bodies. Water is very essential for survival of life. We need it for drinking, cooking, washing, cleaning, and growing plants, putting out fire, and many other purposes. We also take through drink like fruit juice, milk, tea, or coffee. Water is also present in the food we eat. Properties of water. Our next point is properties of water. Water is an important constituent of all functions of the body. It is the main constituent of blood. Water can exist in all the three states of matter. Solid water is less dense than the liquid state, which causes ice to float on water. Water is made up of 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. The molecules in water bond together and give rise to beyond the forces that keep things float in water. Water is the natural substance. It is neither acidic nor basic. It is universal solvent. Water is universal solvent. Almost anything can be dissolved in it. When a substance dissolves fully in a solvent, a solution is formed. The substance is said to be soluble. Our next point is removing insoluble substance from water. Removing insoluble substance from water. There are 2 methods of removing insoluble substance from water. Example, filtration, and second is sedimentation or descentation. What is filtration? Filtration is the process to separate insoluble solid substance from liquid by passing the mixture through a filter. Filtration in day-to-day life. Vacuum cleaner keeps away dust particle and germs. Coffee makers keep out coffee seeds or grounded coffee particles. Tap keep away germs and insects. Air conditioner tap dust particles. Sedimentation and descentation. In sedimentation, the mixture of impure water is allowed to stand undisturbed for some time. The impurities after a while will settle down at the bottom of the container. The substance that settles down is called sediment. The process is called sedimentation. The process by which a liquid is carefully poured out leaving behind the sediment is called descentration. Okay, our next point is removing soluble substance from water. We have two examples of this. One is evaporation and second is distillation. Evaporation. What is evaporation? We study in this topic. The process of converting a liquid to vapor is called evaporation. Water containing soluble impurities like salt or sugar is heated. On heating, water changes into water vapor and escape. The impurities, salt or sugar, are left behind. Distillation. It is the process of purifying water by boiling it and condensing its vapor. Distillation can be done on a small scale in a glass vessel known as distillation flask. Distillation and evaporation is given in our activities in our science book, that is activity 6.7 and activity 6.8. You should read these activities also. Removing germs from water. Removal of germs and various harmful substances from water makes it fit for drinking. Drinking water supplied to our home is unfit for drinking, and therefore it is treated first. Boiling, adding chlorine tablets and using UV filters are some methods used to purify water at home. Chlorinization. Germs present in water can also be killed by using chlorine tablets available in the market. Boiling. To purify water, it must be boiled for 15 minutes. Boiling kills microorganisms present in water. In monsoon and during floods, there are changes in fraction from water, so drinking water which is boiled properly is safe for us. Okay, the lesson is completed. This is all for today. I will give you PDF of this lesson, and you will write down the notes on your copy. Thank you.